Hey guys, welcome back to Light Side. Today we're gonna learn how to clean and store oregano. Normally, oregano comes in a pouch like this, okay, or it might come in a container, okay. But what you get is a lot of debris and stems, like woody stems. Like here's one. Here's a huge one. Okay, in that you don't want to get this in your food. So when you're using this oregano, you don't want to pour it directly into your food because you're going to get a lot of stuff you don't want. Okay, like right here. Okay, I'll show you on the plate right there. You see all the stems. You don't want that in your food. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pour some, okay, in a bowl. Okay, I like to pour it in a bowl. Then what I like to do is, let me get something to throw the stems in. All right, put it in here. Okay, so what I like to do is, I like to remove the stems manually. Okay, it's a lot of stems in this one. Okay, so what you do is you go through everything and they should be easy to see. Okay, because they're pretty big. I'm going to remove them, and it doesn't really matter the brand you buy. I find that most oregano will come with something in it, some kind of debris that you don't want to be pouring in your food. So let's see. All right. Okay, we're getting a lot of them here. This one has a lot in it. Okay, so oregano is used in a lot of foods. It's used in meats, pasta, sauces. A lot of people in the Mediterranean use it. It's very popular in the Mediterranean. A lot of Latin cuisines, a lot of Hispanic foods. Okay, and it's becoming more and more popular. People use it to cook with, or a lot of people use it as a garnish on top of their food. Okay, but it's becoming more and more popular. Okay, I still see some stems in here. All right, as you can see. Okay, there's still some. You can still see them. All right, I know my hand is in the way, but you get the gist of what I'm doing. All right, so once you do that, then I'm going to show you how to grind it, because you want it to be a little bit more finer to use it in your foods, especially if you're going to use it as a garnish. All right, then after that, I'm going to show you how to store it. Okay, so okay, so we're back. So we've gotten most of the stems out. Okay, so let me show you. Right, looks relatively clean. But we'll find out if there's more stems in here. I'm still finding some. When we go to the next process, and the next process is grinding it up. Now, you can do this one of three ways. Well, I do this one of three ways. You can either you pinch a piece, a pinchful like this. You pick it up and you grind it between your fingers. Okay, grind it between your fingers. I've been doing this for years, so this is, simple for me. Okay, and as you do that, you'll find if there's more stems in there to remove, you'll find them. Okay, so let me do this with my left hand so you can see. Okay. See, it becomes powdery. Now, you can also use a coffee mill to grind this. Okay, but right now it has a very strong scent, very strong fragrance. It's giving that off right now. When you grind it, you can get all of that strong fragrance off of it. So I can smell this right now. So This is one of my favorite. This is my first favorite herb to cook with. My second favorite, I'm not too sure yet, but this is definitely my first favorite. I put this in a lot of my foods. And the third way, okay, to grind your oregano is you take a piece of parchment paper, fold it, okay, and put it down. You're gonna place some of your oregano in it, okay. You're gonna take your rolling pin, and as you roll your pin, okay, you're crushing your oregano. All right. So you're gonna check it, and look what we've got. You see? And again, the fragrance that's coming off of it is really strong. It's very nice. So again, okay, if you want it finer than that, you fold your parchment paper again. You use your rolling pin again. Okay. And it's a very quick process. It doesn't take long at all. And what you'll find is, when you do that, you'll find more debris. You see one right there. Okay? There's a stem right there. You can take that out because that's not going to cook up in your food. That's just going to, you know, it's not going to cook down. Okay? Somebody's going to, you know, find that in their mouth. It's not going to be a pleasant experience. Okay? Find it in their food. Okay, ruin their whole experience. That's not good. And look how nice that looks. Okay, and then I like to keep my old containers when they're empty, and that's what I do to store my oregano. I'll take my oregano that I've ground up. Okay. Okay, that goes in there. Okay, there you go. Okay, and you keep your oregano, okay, with the cap on in the cabinet. Okay, and you've got ground oregano. Again, we'll do that one more time. Pour your oregano. Okay, this is how it looks just when you poured it. Even just not grinding it yet, I can still see there's a few small stems in there. Okay. And other things that I don't want in my oregano, take them out. I just want the leaves, the dry leaves. Okay, and okay, just give that a few passes. You don't need to do a lot. Now, you see, and that shows you what's in there that you really don't want in there. So woody stem right there. There's another one. Okay. And all you have to do is remove it. Okay, there's another one right here. Right. We'll go over it one more time. The more passes you give it with your rolling pin, the finer it'll get. Okay, there you go. See? All right. And again, we'll remove this. Pour it in here. Okay, look, that should be enough. You see how much we're getting so far? All right, that should be enough for a few dishes. You know, a few meals, whatever it is you're making. Even if you're making garlic bread, cheesy garlic bread with some oregano on top, that's delicious. I've made that. You know, and I also want to tell you this. You know, oregano is high in certain vitamins too. You know, You can get your vitamin A, your vitamin C from oregano. It's good for anti-inflammatory, use, for inflammation. There are also minerals in oregano. You've got magnesium, potassium, zinc. Okay, here we go. This is them right there. And the good thing about when you roll them with the pin, they stick out. This is why I like this method and doing it with my hand, because when you do that, the stems, they stick out like a sore thumb, and they're easy to pick out. Whereas if you were to just take it and put it in a coffee mill or a grinder, an electric grinder, what would happen is all the stems would be ground up in there. Okay, you wouldn't know to take them out because they'd be ground out. So, this is a good process to just taking out all the stuff that comes in oregano. You just don't want it to be in there. You don't want that to be in your food. Okay, so there you go. And look, just that little bit that we made, look how much, okay, it's building up to. Just that little bit that we ground up. Okay, guys, I hope you like to see, I hope that you like this. Okay, and it's not a tough process. We've got this much left, and you can imagine when we finish grinding this up, it'll be double the amount that we've got in here. Okay, and you won't have to grind oregano for a very long time, depending how much you cook and how much you use it. Because I only use really like about a half a teaspoon at a time to a teaspoon. Don't really use a lot. A lot, just that amount goes a long way in your food to flavor your food. All right, guys, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, subscribe anyway. Give me a like. Thanks again.